Whoa, whoa, whoa! Man!
Hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake.
And hard in the wall, Keselowski.
We talked about how hard that is to make that pass on the bottom like that on cold tires. You just watch this 41 car on the bottom, and as we said, he stayed out. Everybody's out on those tires. They got a lot of debris built up on them, and man, he just got up the hill and got into the side of the 2 car and put him in the wall.
I mean, Kurt did an excellent job correcting, and he was going to be fine. Unfortunately, Brad Keselowski was to the outside of him.
2 weeks in a row. Here's Keselowski's radio.
What's Troy? I don't know what the hell happened there. He got loose underneath you. He just got loose underneath you. You went around side. He hooked and made a right turn into us.
Trouble on the track. 5 laps to go, stage 1, and the big one heading to turn 3 at Talladega. Taped up car middle of the screen is Brennan Poole.
Yeah, and it looked like Brennan just came up to try to get side draft, and a lot of times what happens is the guy in the middle comes up to side draft, the guy on the top comes down to side draft, and next thing you know, they make a little bit of contact, and there they go.
Ooh, we got loose.
Something's wrong with Blaney. He's not going anywhere, backing up the whole field.
Looked like he and got a bump there from Harvick.
Oh, they got a wreck. They got a wreck.
Big wreck behind you.
Heavy impact to the inside wall by Danica.
Oh, you see the left rear, the 21 is down.
Yeah, the 21 of Blaney just gets loose right there.
Slides up in front
of the 4.
Yeah.
They just all stack up from there. Here comes Danica. The pretty nice run. Yeah, she had nowhere to go.
Bubba Wallace got into the back of the 19 of Suarez and shot him over into Danica.
Yeah, after there was contact between Suarez and...
Back to the bottom here.
There goes Ryan Reed.
They're wrecking back there. Back to the bottom.
Martin involved. Oh! Chris Cockrum, Cole Custer. And it's been his story all year. Cole Custer, wrong place, wrong time, damage, and likely done. Here's what happened.
Like a bump draft going wrong. Eric Almirola was behind the 16 car. You can see Chris Cockrum nearly sneaking through there.
Contact! And there goes Kyle Busch.
Not damage to the car. He hit the outside wall after what was probably an attempted of a bump draft, you think,
yeah.
Austin? Or
that's what I was a little worried about. He didn't have a lot of help out the back there. 22 got a run, and well, he went with it.
Oh, there he goes. There we go. Here we go.
Oh, upside
down.
Side.
Here is the initial contact. You see Chase's car yawed out just a tiny bit in the corner.
They got him loose.
That's all it takes.
That's the one. He was going to save it till that last little bump.
I was just going to say, AJ, just be a little patient here. We got a little ways to go yet, and you got a pretty good car. Wow.
In a moment.
This is amazing footage, folks.
Incredible camera work.
And just remember, there's a driver in every one of those cars.
Caution.
Oh, trouble. There's oil everywhere. I think there's oil from the 33. Man, it took out some good cars.
Brad Keselowski's car is destroyed.
Chase Elliott.
And Chase Elliott.
Now the wreck's already happened. Oh no,
gosh.
something happened to Chase Elliott.
He may have blown up. There was huge fire underneath the hood of that car.
I think the oil may have come
wow.
from the 24, or certainly we know that there was fire and fluid underneath the 24.
Wow, I'm not sure what happened. Look at all the fire. Look under here.
Oh man,
that thing grenaded.
Boy.
Unbelievable.
Brad Keselowski will tell you nowhere to go.
You see a little high up the track here, and once you get up out of that black groove down there, there's not a lot of grip, and I'm pretty sure that's what happened to him.
And you're so committed here. You heard Brad Keselowski talk about the commitment it takes here qualifying. See,
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
you see that smoke, yeah. Actually, the right rear. It looked like fire in the right rear.
It did look like a failure in the right rear. He turns left trying to get away from that wall. Heavy impact, the right side. That'll take the wind out of you. Now, what happened here is what we've got to figure out. How did Jamie McMurray get involved?
I don't know how much brake fluid would have come out of that 48 car, but it could be that Jamie Mack hit something from the 48 car.
Or were there any parts or pieces that flew off the 48 car?
That is hard.
That's a wicked hit.
Remember, we're talking 200 mile an hour down into that corner.
When Johnson's car was going sideways, inside the right rear wheel was glowing bright red. You don't often see that on the rear brake.
No, there was some fire coming out. I think McMurray ran over something.
And that may have been brake fluid that caught on fire of those hot parts on the right rear that we saw was turning red.
Still outside.
Oh, Briscoe gets loose. Austin Wayne Self around. Heavy contact with the 99 of Peters, up and over.
Watch him get loose on the bottom, gets into Johnny a little bit, turns him sideways. Ben Rhodes able to get by. Timothy commits to the bottom. Austin Wayne comes down there. A wild ride for Timothy.
And this is Timothy Peters. Watch this ride.
He's going to the outside trying to make a pass. I think he just got out in the debris.
Yeah, he just got dirt. He just got out in the loose stuff and just went straight in the fence.
Elliott Sadler, hard hit on that inside wall.
Outside the 9.
Caution number 11. And the driver that came in leading the championship with a big crash as they exited the corner. Good to see Elliott Sadler out of the car. Here's what happened.
Like he bobbled a little bit on entry, and then that put the 42 of Tyler Reddick right on him. Maybe a little bit of contact there.
You know, sometimes you don't even need contact. I don't even know if he hit him. It's just when they're that close to you, it takes the air off the rear of your car and around you go.
Oh, great job by Ryan Sieg in that 39 car to get by without running into Sadler, but then inside wall, hard contact.
48 made contact with the 16 of Reed, then the 48 came away from the 16, caught Christopher Bell in that right rear corner.
Such a tough break for Christopher Bell. He was definitely an innocent bystander on that one. You see the 48 get just a little bit loose. Probably didn't know that the 16 was coming with that much of a run to the outside of him right there.
You know, a decent amount of damage for Ryan Reed, but a great save.
Still big, good line. I don't see nobody else there.
Oh, yeah.
Right past the car, 25. Make sure you back it down. Hold on. Hold on.
So that was the downshift from third to second.
I didn't see what caused it.
Oh, yeah. Really early.
Boy, this is going to get hard, too. He's trying, man, but the front comes around and slaps it right there, and then the back pops in there.
Yeah, he even went past the tire barrier.
Yeah, that is not safer barrier. Those are those concrete dividers, I believe.
Bam. Bam. That car all to pieces.
Yes.
Get down in the corner here. Oh. Wow. Yeah, Grant made the move to the inside. He really closed on Matt.
Get it rolling here if you can. Got KO'd.
And the big one happens at Daytona.
Little wiggle right there. I think he had a problem. That thing just turned around on him right in front of the field. So look at all the big impacts, all the smoke. I didn't see any contact before he went around. I saw him wiggle.
Truex in the 16 and the 33 is Kaz Grala.
Wow, Kaz just had a great run on the inside of the 02 of Austin Hill, and the door was shut. Kaz out of control. Truex, unfortunately, just a victim. You can see right there. Another case that looked a whole lot like Ben Rhodes' crash. You know, you commit to trying to fire down in there, and when someone shuts the door, it's too late to back out.
Hard into the wall goes the 33. He collects the 5 of Michael Annett. Caution comes out. Numerous cars get caught up in this one.
This is just pushing, 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 trying to get that run, pushing Eric Jones in front of him, who's into the rear bumper of Ryan Reed, and basically the push just gets too much. Justin Allgaier pushes the back of Brandon Jones. He gets into the outside wall, and from there, it's a chain reaction.
And you may say, well, why does Justin Allgaier get in there and push when...
I'm going to go for this win as well as they come to the overtime line. Owen wrecking behind them. The field, did they get to the overtime line before the caution came out? That will be the question.
How did he get back on the ground without flipping?
See right here, he gets down low. The 17 of Ricky Stenhouse tries to fill the upper lane. The 42 tries to block. And as you said, the 42 was destined to go airborne. The roof flaps deployed, setting the 42 back on the ground. And as that happened, the 41 of Kurt Busch crossed the tri-oval, took a hard hit. This is another great action shot right here. Watch this 42. Hits the wall, then gets pushed into the air by the 17. You see the roof flap open. The car sets back on the ground.
Oh, McMurray 3 wide.
Wow, he's sideways. Oh,
no.
Big
The
crash,
13
Ben
just got
straightaway.
crashed.
That'll be it.
Big wreck going into 3. I mean, look at them. They're wrecking everywhere.
I think they made it to the overtime line.
Now NASCAR will have to look at video to determine whether the leader was at the overtime line or not before the caution.
So many good cars. We're having great days here, all wadded up.